Day 15 of the Nintendo Switch Badvent calendar. Ark Survival Evolved. More like Ark Survival, my
Russ has been very naughty, and Santa called him out on this. He's forced to play bad Switch games every day until Christmas. If he can survive this task, Santa will change his mind. Can he make it through all of them, and in the end, what will he find?
Ark Survival is a base-building survival game where you are randomly dropped on an island and surrounded by dinosaurs and other creatures. Only the strongest will prevail. Do I have what it takes to survive on this island? Let's find out. Man, I love that intro theme. It's so epic. I've actually played this game on more capable consoles, like the PS4, so I kind of know what I'm getting into. Oh, and before we drop on the island, I am playing the 2018 version of this game on Switch, which is the pre-update game. Now, I hope to be doing a video in the future on the post-update game, but this video will be focused on the pre-update game because that's the one that sucks the most, and that's why it has such a bad reputation on Switch. So let's just jump into it. We start off with a long loading screen. I can go make a coffee before this loads. Oh man. And even after I load in, the assets take forever to load in. It's actually running a little bit better than I expected, but it doesn't look anything like the Ark I remember. In true survival game fashion, time to punch some trees and pick up some rocks and berries from the beach. It's a bit of a chore to navigate all these menus to accomplish anything. There's always a slight pause between when you hit the menu button and it opens. The game looks so blurry at times. I think the resolution keeps dropping when the system gets stressed. This is called dynamic resolution. So when I'm in a more populated area with dinos and maybe lots of foliage, the resolution will drop so that the Switch doesn't explode. Let's try and kill something. This Dilo should be an easy target. Oh man, those creature textures are rough. Fumbling over the controls after my spear breaks while trying to select a different item. It just goes to show how difficult it is to navigate the menus, especially while under pressure. I'll have to tomahawk it to death, because that's all I have left. That was close. Dying happens pretty often in this game, but that would have been embarrassing. Though if you're new to Ark, you should know that dying is a part of Ark. It's part of the game loop. You'll die many times when you first start off. The whole point of the beginning is to level up and get some engrams. Sometimes the underwater creatures glitch out and end up on land. Looks like this fish decided it wasn't worth living. After playing this game for a bit, I don't blame it. Thanks for the free food though. Island life is lonely. Let's make a friend. This little guy should do. So in order to tame something, you essentially knock it out and shove food up its butt until it loves you. It's an Ark thing. I do not want to mess with that thing. Quick, you guys distracted, I'll run away. Rest in peace, my boys. Thanks for distracting him. Nights get dark in this game, and there's no way to skip the night like in Minecraft. Even with the torch, it's a chore to try to do anything. You don't want to accidentally run into something dangerous that you can't see coming. In this game, you can craft bases, but the joysticks make it difficult to place the building blocks where you want them. And having to pop back into the menus after you place each piece to select the next makes it pretty tedious and slow. I did manage to make this tiny hut though. I made a bow during the night, so let's go hunt for some dumb birds. There's a reason these guys went extinct. The draw distance in this game can be pretty rough, very rough. They don't even try to mask most things with a fade, they just pop right in. Every creature in this game essentially has a use. Some of them are more useful than others. For now, this Parasaur is a pretty easy tame, and should help me get around by riding it. So time to knock it out and shove berries up its butt, as is tradition. Oh no, that's more dials than I realized. This is bad. Even though smaller enemies might not be tough on their own, a pack of them can wreck you. This last one is tough. Leave my dino alone. Rip Parasaur, we hardly knew ya. I cut out a lot of time I spent here, so it might be hard to tell, but there's a severe lack of wildlife around. These beaches should be full of low-level creatures, but they're mostly bare. The Switch version really seems to cut down the number of creatures it spawns in, which makes it not only feel empty, but actually slows down your progression, as it's hard to gather their resources and get XP to level up with nothing to kill. I tamed a new Parasaur and decided to cover more ground by making a raft. That draw distance is horrid! You can really notice it when you have a long line of sight, like these trees on the island ahead. It was just bare and now it's lush. It is extremely noticeable. Oh no, that's not good. There goes our raft. Maybe I can make it to that island before something eats me, and I'm dead. Ark is a game I really like, but definitely isn't that well suited for the Switch. It doesn't help that this particular port was considered one of the worst. And this version received very few updates after it released, leaving it an ugly, poor performing mess. The Metacritic scores reflect this by giving the game only a 29. Ark did, however, receive an update recently, which is actually an entirely new port that is supposed to bring it back in line with the other versions of the game, and improved performance and visuals. If you'd like me to revisit Ark, then make sure you let me know in the comments down below. If you like this video, please consider liking and subscribing. I will see you in the next one. See you later.